Okay, so this video is gonna be in English because I'm right now with Graham.
Nice seeing you.
Good to see you. So Graham is from Canada. I don't know if you want to introduce yourself.
Sure. I do a lot of things, but I run a marketing agency targeting real estate agents in Canada.
Okay,
That's the main business.
So this video is gonna be fun because Graham and we both do the same business model. When do you start your agency?
Yeah, so we started the agency. I did businesses before. I first started out back in the day doing door-to-door sales. Did that for about 3 years, learned how to sell and do all that. And then from there, transitioned to kind of a virtual assistant model, another business for a year and a half. I started this agency a bit over 2 months ago, and we've grown it to a bit over $10,000, maybe $11,000 a month in recurring revenue.
So where I'm from, that's called success. I mean, 2 months, 10K profit. I mean,
we're not profit. You know what? Profit on that's 80%.
Okay, but 80% is a lot. So good for you.
Yeah.
And I have like some key questions that I want to do,
please.
And it's gonna break some beliefs. Why do you choose like this business model from all of the others? Because they say that it's quote unquote saturated, but why do you still choose it?
I would say it's the best. So you hear about drop shipping, you hear about Amazon FBA, you hear about day trading, all those models. I'll break them down in a second quickly, and I'll get it. So Amazon FBA, relatively hard. Drop shipping, you need about 15 skills. You need to know how to market, you need to know you need to buy product, you do all these things. I did too, right? Didn't do well. Other model, day trading is honestly, it's luck. If people are saying it's not luck, they're selling you a course, right? Yep. Agency model, you're in control. All you gotta do is you gotta focus on getting clients, closing clients, fulfilling clients, and on top of that, you're not the sales business, right? So you're getting paid every single month reoccurring. If you do a good result, client stays. So long story short, man, it's just because pays well, you're in control, and on top of that as well, you get that recurring revenue.
Yeah, that's right. So gold nugget, I think that there's some gold in there. You're in full control. What you want right now is control. When you're starting, you're not having like a lot of capital. Maybe you do, but this is like a beginner friendly business model to start, but you got because you have like full control of getting money. So what do you think about the saturation? Because in my industry, in the Hispanic market, they're like bitching about how saturated the agency model is. But you're in Canada. I mean, you're like playing in a field that there's a lot more of competition there is in mine. So what do you think about saturation?
I have a lot of thoughts on that. I would say first thought is if there's saturation, that means there's a market. So for example, if something's not saturated, you should probably be more worried. That's the first thing.
Another golden nugget.
The second thing I'll say on that is the fact that have you actually tried it and do you have the skills? So for example, how I get my business, we cold call. We call random people up on the phone and pitch them. I guarantee you, 99% of people would never do that. It's the first thing. So I don't think it's saturated because of that. It's the first thing. And then beyond the third thing I'd say on that, to wrap up, is the skills pay the bills, right? So meaning like, if you know how to cold call, if you know how to do cold email, if you know how to run ads, the clients there. 99% of the competition, one is lazy and 3 is
so, yeah, I'm like trying to digest the idea into like putting it into a bullet point because it's so important. Saturation means there's market. And what I think about saturation, I don't know if you agree, is that, the people that think that are saturated are lazy people that don't want to do that amount of work that is called on and to think like a small differentiation. I mean, I once heard a quote that says that the market doesn't saturate, it only sophisticates. And do you think that your agency has some sort of differentiation?
Yeah, I would say we do, and I'll say one thing that's a little bit different. So my agency, it's not a traditional marketing agency. We do social media management.
Okay.
So meaning like the average agency, they're selling meta ads, Facebook ads. It works, by the way. You can make. I have friends doing that, making $100,000 a month. So it does work. It's not that it doesn't work, but my differentiator probably is the fact that not many people are doing a social media management model. That's the first thing. The second thing is, for me, I work with very busy real estate clients. I get them all of their content for a month and about an hour of their time. So I think differentiators, one, I'm following, I'm selling them a different product, saving them time, and I'm also charging a very fair amount. I'm charging $600 a month, which is a very, very low amount. Which because it's low, I get good retention. They don't cancel. They're happy. They don't cancel. They're gonna stay for a long time.
And how you are able to do that? I mean, do you have contractors? What do you have?
Yeah, so I have a team. Right now I don't have any full-time employees. I pay my team on a project basis. So I make it paid. Every project they do, they get a certain amount, and that allows me not to front the risk. And that's another reason why the agency model is so good, to be frank. You don't have any risk. Control and also no risk.
Another golden nugget. I mean, you are able to be more flexible than the other business model. What I preach is the ability to do some sort of drop servicing and connecting the contractor, the person that has experience with a client, and you manage the relationship. So you're noticing right now that you don't have to have like a full paid team to make 10K. I mean, this is the beauty of this business model. And what are your plans? You're planning to like scale this agency, switch to another business model?
Yeah,
what do you think about
my plan is this year, $50,000 on the profit by end of year. That's my plan. And the reason why is because for me, my business right now, my bottleneck is not closing deals. My bottleneck's not leads. My only bottleneck right now is because we're only 2 months in, I'm really getting down the service delivery, which we're doing a good job, but I need to make sure I can fulfill that. About 2-3 weeks once I have that fully down, then I'm gonna crank the leads. I'm gonna hire more cold callers. I have one right now. I'm gonna get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna still do the closing. I'm closing at over 80% right now, and then we'll crank it up, right? So there's no bottleneck. It's just about systemizing things and then driving from 10 to 50 to profit by end of year.
What people think is that services based business model are not as scalable as product business model, and I think that it isn't like that. And you just said it. I mean, what you need is systems, good people, treat them well to fidelizar. How do I say
Make them happy.
Make them happy to make them stay with you, and build a culture to build like an actual family. And when you are able to duplicate yourself in your team, you are able to scale pretty quickly and pretty massive.
And let me ask you a question, if you don't mind. Like this is for the people watching. Like, would you rather a product business, where you have to sit, like, let's say you do $20,000 this month, you have to start from zero to $20,000 the next month just to maintain. Would you rather that, or would you rather my first month? Let's just say I did $5,000, my next month $5,000, but I'm now at 10,000. I'm like, that's the beautiful thing about this business.
My agency is called Cash Flow Technologies because it's all about cash flow. I mean, when I made a sale, I don't have to the next month reboot the revenue. One thing that I like to mention is that you're in a market, a very competitive market. If you are able, this is my my belief. If you are able to talk Spanish, let's say, and enter my market with that willpower, with that the work ethic, I mean, you will crush it because my market is very green. There's like a blue market. We don't have competition. I mean, we are like I forgive myself for the example, but we are like Indians with bow and arrow. There's so much opportunity here because nobody's doing that kind of work. There's a lot of like value, I think, in this video, because what I want to do, if I was able to do just one thing, is to get rid of the beach side of the person that is entering this business model because they're such like crybabies.
Yeah.
No, they're saturated because I can scale it and it's hard to get clients and all of that. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's literally like a lie.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's it. I really appreciate. I don't know if you want to tell one last thing.
You might be being a bitch or you're just not thinking straight. But here's the thing. I would ask this. I would ask, how many people per day are you reaching out to? Right now, you have no money and you're complaining about being broke. You're complaining about not driving the car you want, living the place you want, whatever you're complaining about. How do you reach out to every single day? Probably not a lot. If you're that person right now, I would say start off with making 100, you might hate 100 cold calls a day. I guarantee you, if you make 100 cold calls a day for 1 week, you will get a client.
Yep.
Guarantee. Do the work, and you're going to realize that all of a sudden you do 100 cold calls, you get your first client, you have a client after 1 week, you get another client, all of a sudden you'll hire a cold caller, you'll hire fulfillment, and all of a sudden the agency model doesn't take you a year. You can within 2 months, $10,000 a month, right? 2 months. Imagine if you can, in 2 months, you can get to $5,000, right? Do the math. In a year, you'd be making, whatever, $20,000 a month. It's always just like, get started today. Great research right here. Get started today. Do the work, and you'll thank yourself later. That's all I'd say.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, your life can change like in a second. I mean, 2 months, 3 months, just with full focus. Because for the record, right now we seem like we are like having like a good time, smoking an Habano, but he's like a focused guy.
What time is it right now?
Yeah, right now is, I don't know what time is it. Like
It's 12:40.
Yeah, 12:40
at night. You just work the whole day, right?
Yeah, we work the whole day. Do the work. I mean, there's no. This is not rocket science.
Do the inputs, you get the outputs, and then you scale from there.
That's right. So, where do those guys can find you? Instagram.
Find me Instagram. The name is gonna probably be confusing. You can look Graham Lamperson, GrahamLamperson. Graham Lamperson.
I will put the link below. So yeah, thank you very much.
Great, bro.
And for the record, shout out to my friend Sahir. Thank you, bro.